Hi everyone! Today I'll be sharing few tips on the IELTS speaking test. IELTS opens doors to international opportunities. It is recognized as a basic requirement by the British, the US, Australian, Canadian, and New Zealand universities for admission to secondary and vocational training programs and for immigration and employment abroad. If you're taking the IELTS speaking test, these must-know tips will definitely benefit you. 3 main pointers I'll be sharing here are what is the main skill assessed in the IELTS speaking test and all what you need to know about it, how to relax on the exam day, and lastly, I'll be talking about how to talk like a pro when the topic given is unknown. Let's begin with the most important skill assessed in IELTS speaking test, which is fluency. Talking at a natural pace without hesitating too much is fluency. Doesn't mean you have to talk too slowly or too quickly. Sometimes when you talk too quickly, it is difficult to understand. Another aspect of fluency is smoothness of your speech, which means you don't always stop to think of the right word. Words like, like, you know, and I guess can be used. These are called fillers. You can use them naturally, but do not overuse them. Fillers are used to tell the examiner you're not finished yet, but you're thinking of what to say next. They don't carry meaning like how usual words do. For example, fillers like okay, well can be used to get started when a topic is given to you to speak on. Fillers like you know can be used when you want to show you're sharing knowledge. Use expressions with similar meaning to show your flow of language. Examples are rhythm of life and pace of life, which means the same, but expressed in a different form. Another component tested is in fluency is continuity. Use synonym, opposites, and related vocabulary. This gives continuity to a talk. This helps to continue talking without repeating the words. Being able to talk on a variety of subjects confidently will improve fluency. Hesitating to correct your grammar mid-conversation disrupts your fluency. Only by practice can you improve fluency. A teacher or native speaker can help you with your accuracy. Effective speed is another component. Fluency is not only to speak smoothly and continually, but also to speak at an effective speed. Aim to speak at a relaxed and natural pace, not too slowly or not too quickly. Pace should be reasonable and appropriate, sounding natural. Practice your speech either in front of a mirror or the best is to practice it with a native speaker so they'll be able to correct you at the spot. Listening carefully to a large range of English speakers is one of the most effective ways to attain fluency yourself. Once you feel you have reached the natural pace and speed, record your speech and check if you are at that pace. Fluency is very essential in the part 2 of the speaking test. This is when you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on your own. Do not memorize. It'll make you nervous and the examiner can easily find this out. To recap on fluency, make sure your speech is smooth. Practice using fillers during conversations. While talking, use synonyms to give continuity to your talk. Speak confidently and communicate at a pace which is reasonable and appropriate, sounding natural. Now that we know all about fluency, let's go to the next tip. How to relax on the exam day. Have a good night's sleep. It is very essential to be well rested. Don't think of it like a test. Think of it like a snapshot of your English for 15 minutes. Talk in English to a colleague or anyone beside you right before your test and go inside and take the test. This will enable you to be at ease before the test as you are at an English environment, so you won't be nervous. Don't worry about pronunciation, but relax and be yourself and talk naturally. Taking deep breaths are not going to get you to a low score. When you can relax, take deep breaths. If you're nervous, just say that to an examiner. It's fine, as it's all part of communication. If your mind is really going blank, just say, my mind is going blank. Give me a minute. This is a normal part of communication. That's what a native speaker would do. To summarize how to relax on the test day, be yourself and communicate to the examiner the way you feel, as it's all about making natural conversations. The final tip I would like to share today is how to talk like a pro when the topic given is unknown. This could be a normal scenario for someone who is not expecting that particular question or is not prepared. Don't get nervous when you don't know anything about a specific topic. If you are in such a situation and asked about your favorite car, rephrase the question. This is the way I would approach it if I don't have an answer. I would say, I'm sorry to say I have no interest in cars. In my country, we have a good transit system, very efficient, convenient, and cheap. Not a lot of people do have cars where I live. I'd like to talk about mountain bikes, which is another form of commuting. More people I know would use this form of commuting. You must introduce the topic given to you and turn it around later. Or another form of approaching is you could say, my friend is interested in cars, and he would say this particular car. That is something that you could approach it. Approaching the question in this manner will give you more marks rather than saying, I don't know, which is the worst answer and would not impress the examiner in any way or form. A great pointer for any topic that is given to us is we can draw our own experience to it. And for some, if you haven't experienced that particular scenario, relate it to something and give a natural answer. These are few tips I'd like to share with you. Hope it has helped some of you. Thank you for your time.